If you were with me on the last two segments in this lesson on animation, you saw us launch a rocket ship two ways, frame by frame, and the other one was using the blend tool, which allowed us to make a better animation and make it faster. But there was one, not necessarily flaw, but one thing we haven't done yet, and that's do something on a curve line. It doesn't have to be straight. If we go back to the first segment where we did it manually, you could do it yourself. Actually move the objects around where you want them to display, and boom, you've got a curved line. The blending tool will allow us to do that. Check this out. Come over here and pick up the pen tool. Click, say right about here, and then hold the shift key down and click again. And about here. Come down to here and click again. Come up to here and click. And come down about in that same spot that we clicked here. You might want to put a guide down there to make sure you get it right. Next one up is not as far. And we come down again. And we go over again. Not as far again. Think bouncing ball, all right? And then we'll come over to here and we'll bounce the ball right off the screen. So let me move that over a little bit. Okay, I think that's about what we need. Balls don't usually, when they're bouncing, make a straight line. So we have to make a couple of adjustments here, and we will use our convert tool, convert anchor point tool. So select that one. Click on this one right here, that straight point, and drag straight out while you're holding the shift key. That'll keep your line straight. We need a curve. We're going to do the same thing to these three top points. I want you to click on the top point, hold the shift key down, and drag out. Do the same thing here. Hold the shift key down, drag out, and do the same thing here. I can't tell you how much better this would be if you did Flash. Not that I'm trying to be an apologist for Flash, but Flash has gravity. It has a lot of different things that you can use. All right, we've got a line that we want our ball to bounce with, I suppose. Let's do this too. Let me select this point right here. Let's move it over. I'm going to use my arrow keys. Let's move that one over some, and let's move this one over some. I love that direct selection tool allows me to do that. And let's balance this one out to move it over just a little bit more. Okay, something like that. What do we do next? Make the circle or the ball. Pick up your ellipse tool and draw your circle. That's going to be our ball. You want a perfectly round ball, hold the shift key down, obviously. Let's give that a different color, like maybe yellow. And we could leave the stroke on, that's fine. On or off, doesn't matter. Pick up your selection tool, hold the Alt key down, and make a copy of it to the right. Doesn't have to be in a straight line, but if you want to, hold the Shift key down. Select both of them. Object, Blend, Make. We've got our first blend. Here's where the fun comes in. Now select the path we made. Shift key, click. Go back to Object. Go down to Blend one more time and say, Replace Spine. It's putting the ball on the path. You won't see the path, you'll just see the movement of the circle. We want a few more maybe. So let's go back up to the word Object again and go into Blend and go into the Blend options. Change smooth color to specified steps, and we got 26. Let's try 35. Give us a few more to bounce around, I suppose. Again, this would work better in another program, but you can do things like this if you don't have the other programs to work in. So that's the point here. How do we make this work? Well, don't forget, these are in a blend right now. So the first thing we have to do is go back to the word Object and go into Blend and tell the computer we want to expand them. Make them individual objects. Then we want to go to the word Object and go down to Ungroup. Of course, now we have all these paths. Make sure in the Layers palette, let me bring that up here so you can see that easier. Make sure that in the Layers palette, you click the layer that all these are in. Then you go to the little button right here for Options and go down to Release to Layers in Sequence. Go up to the word File. Go down to Save for Web and Devices. We go into our SWF again, Shockwave file. We're running a frame rate of 12. Let's loop it so we can annoy ourselves. And we click the button right here. And there you go. Isn't that special? creating a swift animation bouncing ball using the blend mode, which I love that feature, and creating a bouncing ball.